Last week, we had left La Paz to sail straight to Puerto Penasco in the northern end of the Sea of Cortez. Okay, so we're off on our way up to Puerto Penasco. The reason for not stopping along to see all the magical places in this beautiful area of the world was because, well, our transmission is telling us it wants to be changed. Do we make it up there? Does the transmission work when we need it most in a port filled with massive fishing boats? We are Liz and Rui, sailing on a 1982 Cal 39. Join us each week as we sail into the unknown and see what amazing things can happen when we let go of the mustn'ts and believe in the power of adventure. We had planned to leave La Paz when the northerlies weren't blowing down so hard, and we're trying to wait for the southerlies to show up. Since we set sail during the transition, winds weren't so consistent, but when we had them, they were great. We've been running the engine all night long, and it's been really shitty because we've also had current against us. Finally able to put the sails back out. Just getting too nuts. Good day. Morning watch, and I have never seen such a massive line of dolphins. We're just kind of getting closer to them, but it is huge. This is just one pod. There's another pod all the way over here, but this is insane. Holy crap! What is this? Whoa! This is insane! They all just went by us. They're like, whatever, we don't care about you. They're on a mission though, but that is insane. Look at them. I see them all. Oh, you're that is a huge pod of dolphins. Wow. Yeah, normally they stop and swim with us, but they're on a mission. That was insane. Good reason to wake up. Now I'm back to bed. We just looked up and I see another one far off a couple miles. Another huge pod. Wow. They're all on a mission to go somewhere. I don't know. I've never... Wow. What an experience it was to see all those dolphins. But soon after, we had a sea lion join us as well. The wildlife we see while sailing these waters is truly unbelievable. For the rest of the day, we had some brilliant sailing weather. the next day, those winds came back, and it was the southerlies we were expecting. So it was literally all downwind sailing to Puerto Penasco. How's it going today?
It's going good. Just got up a little while ago, and we're going downwind, but the seas are really rocky. And
Couldn't sleep at all, hey?
I slept really well until probably a few hours ago. Maybe not. Hard to tell time when you're sleeping. But then this rocking is it's not bad up front in the V-berth. When you're lying down, it's okay.
Yeah. It's like the boat, you can see like how rocky it is when the boat turns side to side.
Yeah. Other than that, we'll be at our destination sometime this evening. 7, 8 o'clock at night. We should be anchored and or on a slip if you can find one. And having a very comfortable night sleeping.
Finally.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, it's been rocking since like 7 this morning, I think. Took over from Rui about 3 a.m. and going quite slowly, but we're doing like 4.5 knots. Now we're doing like 7s and 8s. But yeah, pretty rocky going downwind for sure. Woo! Tried to get it on camera. Don't know if you guys can tell. It's just hard. I feel like my legs and my whole body is getting a workout today. Hey, Mr. Sea Lion! Oh. Sea Lion's enjoying the waves. Hi! No, he's playing in the waves. Aww. Look at him playing in the waves. I wish I could get the waves in the video. Maybe you guys have seen it, but they're pretty decent size. Whee! Oh, gotta hold on. Yeah, this is and the sea lions are so funny. It's just like there are 2 of them. They're playing in the waves. It's like dolphins that play along the bow of your boat, but the sea lions are playing in the waves of the front of your boat. Super cute. I didn't realize they came this far offshore. Alright, so naturally we arrive here at dark. Just past the last light of sun. And a little sketchy coming in. I mean, an easy channel to come in, but it's just very dark and there's a lot of lights. It's a big city. And we pull up to the fuel dock here. And the wind is, of course, going off the dock. So we had to be careful coming in. And Rui had set up all the fenders and lines really well. And we're just doing circles until we're ready to come in. And we come in. Rui jumps off with the spring line. I get the aft line all tangled up because I don't know. It just happened. I got it tangled up. So Rui was trying to hold on to the boat with just a spring line with the breeze coming across the boat. I jump off, get the spring line or get the aft line, and start helping Rui. Rui, you want to go forward with what happened to you?
It was a gust of wind, and it's dark out there, so I didn't see it, but there's a white painted strip on the dock, and as soon as my foot hit that, it was like wax. I went sliding into the water. I went for a swim.
You went for a swim?
I went for a swim, and lucky Liz acted really fast, came over, grabbed the line from me, didn't care about me, just wanted the line from the boat.
Care about the boat. I care about you, but I care about the boat, okay?
Yeah. And then I pulled myself up, and we are now docked and safe.
Just to clarify, I do care about Rui, but I also just didn't want my boat adrift in this very packed area of Puerto Penasco. But anyway, we made it. We're here, and now we can rest after 4.5 days. And we had everything from light winds to lots of wind following us, which was great. But it was made for some rolly times. Anyway, we're here. So, good night.
This is the entrance we came into in the dark, because naturally, we always arrive to a new place at night, no matter how hard we try to arrive while the sun is still up. It was really hard to see where to go, so we were relying on our charts to be correct here, because as you can see, the way in is somewhat narrow with the sandbar sticking out randomly along the way. And as you can see, the port is filled with shrimp boats, which we were also trying to make sure not to get too close to. Here is where we will be pulling out later today. But as you can see, we need to wait for the tide to come in. Puerto Penasco actually has one of the largest tides in the world. While I was flying the drone, I was concerned that this area would be full enough for our deep draft. But sure enough, the tide came in and filled it up.
Alright, so it's haul out time. The reason we came all the way up here. We're just getting the lines and fenders ready, getting everything sorted, and we have a 1 p.m. haul out time. So, whew, it's been a while since I've done this, so I'm a little bit nervous, but should go well, right? It's always nerve-wracking pulling your boat out of the water.
I was pretty nervous even just moving the boat off the dock, knowing that our transmission was on its last legs and would probably only switch into gear one more time, twice if we were lucky. I definitely didn't want to bump into one of these boats along the way. We had the wind behind us, so we timed it just right to switch out of forward gear so that we wouldn't have to worry about going forward again.
Tell me when you hit reverse, okay? Am I in line? No. Go straight now.
Here is one of the slings that pulls our boat up. Made of high-strength materials such as nylon or polyester webbing, combined with thick steel cables, these slings will ensure our boat will be safely lifted out.
This is always the most nerve-wracking part. Picking your boat up on slings. You gotta position the slings right. Ah!
They pulled the boat forward so we could hop off the bow. It's not the safest idea to stay on the boat while it's on the slings. Although one hopes it will never happen to them, but the slings can snap, although very rarely. And if they do snap, those slings can do major damage to not just the boat, but if you are in the wrong place, well, yeah, that's just not good. So off we went. The next step is when the boat gets slowly lifted out of the water. This is where it's really important to make sure you mark the right place for the slings to wrap around the bottom of your boat. We make sure the slings are on the bulkheads, which are the strongest part of the hull, and that it isn't wrapped around the prop shaft or any through hulls. After the boat is slowly lifted out of the water and the keel is clear of the concrete upon which it will be placed, the travel lift slowly moves the boat to the place where it will be stored. The boat is carefully placed on the jack stands where it is stored, and once that is complete, the team managing the travel lift drops the slings so it can move away. And here we are, our new home for the time being.
We're all hauled out.
Very, very stress-free environment. Sitting out here, having some liquids, smoke.
Relaxing on the boatyard. While we can, right?
Yep, Liz just booked us tickets to go back. We'll be leaving in 2 weeks, so we got 2 weeks to tear down the boats and get it ready for when we leave.
Yep, feels pretty good. Feels pretty good to be all hauled out. Got a nice view from up here. So yeah, we're gonna get the boat ready and get her all packed up and ready to go home for a bit. Kind of tour of the U.S. and heading up to Canada. But got 2 weeks to get everything sorted and packed and figure out what we need to bring home. But yeah, we're going to go fly home and we're going to buy a car and do a big old grand road trip through the U.S. So it should be fun. But it feels good to be hauled out. Everything went well. We're here. We're safe. It's good.
It was as smooth as butter.
Smooth as butter.
Couldn't have done it any better. Liz was excellent on the helm. She controlled the boat perfectly. Yeah, I mean, it was just perfect. No incidents whatsoever, except
We were very happy to have safely made it to Puerto Penasco, and that our transmission worked that one last time when we needed it most. Now that we are out of the water, we have a lot of projects we want to tackle so we can safely cross the Pacific to Hawaii and Alaska next year. But don't worry, until then it won't be all work. We still have a lot of the Sea or Cortez to explore. Until next time. Cheers!